So it's a Kilkerran / Campbeltown rundown today. I'll be going in blind. We'll find out which one of these 5 bottles comes out on top. I'm Jeff. This is G-Whiskey. Stick around. Okay, so we're doing a Kilkerran blind today. This is not something I do often. I did do a Glenmorangie blind on the channel a few months back. Prior to that, maybe once or twice, but it's just not a style of video I make too often, and there is a reason for that. I spend a lot of time on this channel pretending that I know what I'm talking about, and every time I try and do a blind, all of that goes out the window. That Glenmo video from a while back, kind of embarrassing, but apparently you guys enjoy watching my credibility wither and die in real time, so we're doing it again. If you've ever done a blind tasting yourself, you know that they do have a way of humbling people, but the thing about me is, I don't need humbling. I'm already incredibly humble, maybe the humblest person you'll ever meet. Anyway, it is a great way of putting your tasting skills to the test and approaching a whiskey in a much more honest way. And it's in that spirit that we're approaching this Kilkerran lineup. What I've got with me is the Heavily Peated. This is batch 7, so it's from a while back. We've got the 8-year-old sherried. This is the 2023 release. We have the 12-year-old here. Is this the 12-year-old? No, that's the 16-year-old. And we have the 12-year-old over here. I have my 24 karat gold Glencairns here with me. They were custom made. I purchased them with the millions of dollars of revenue that comes in through this channel. They're all color coded. What's going to happen is girlfriend is going to take these bottles away. She'll pour a small dram underneath the bottle. She'll stick the corresponding sticker so I won't be able to see it. And that'll be that. Now, before we begin, I want to guess how things are going to work out here. I think that my favorite will end up being this one right here, which is the 16-year-old. Number 2, I imagine, will be the 12-year-old. Number 3 will be the 8-year-old sherried, and number 4 will be the peat in progress. That's how I imagine it playing out in my head. Now, because we do have a heavily sherried option and a heavily peated option in here, I think those ones will be pretty easy to pick out from the crowd, pretty easy to identify. And because of that, I figured I'd throw in a curveball, which is why we have our Springbank 10 here. As usual, my girlfriend won't be showing up on camera. That's because she's shy, and honestly, she's hideous. A real gremlin. All right, what's happening right now is girlfriend is taking the bottles away. She's putting the stickers on the bottom of the bottle so I can't see them. She's about to do pours, and then we'll get started. Okay, seems like it's all set up. Let's go. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the bottles back. I won't check the stickers, and then we'll see if I can figure out what's what here. Okay, so we're all poured up. Everything's back in its place. We'll go through each of these one by one. I'll give you my tasting notes, and I'll give you what I think they are as I drink them. So we'll start with the red right here. Okay. Yeah, the reason I added the Springbank is because I knew right away something like this and something like this would stand out, the 8-year-old and the heavily peated. This one's got to be the heavily peated. I mean, it's huge intensity. Lots of peat, nice coastal notes, some vanilla. It's a nice nose. Yeah, great intensity to this. Much more vanilla on the palate than on the nose. Yeah, just a very straightforward peated whiskey, but if you like your peat monsters, this one's fantastic. So that one, pretty much right away, know what that is. Let's move on to green. Ooh, okay. This one's gentle. Coming off of this one is so gentle. Floral, delicate, much more subtle. Let's try the palate. Some gentle spices, some maltiness, some vanilla. Again, subtle. I'm not sure. That's definitely not Kilkerran 12. That might be either the Springbank 10 or the Kilkerran 16. I'm not sure. I suppose I'll guess, for now I'll guess that it's Kilkerran 16. Yeah, very subtle stuff. What do we have? We have white. White next. Ah, okay. Kilkerran 12. The grassy hay cereal note is always such a dead giveaway for Kilkerran 12. I absolutely love those notes. Palate. A little bit bolder. Yeah, good intensity here. Still very rounded. Again, lots of cereals, hay, barley, kind of like a sunshine on a farm type vibe. I love this one. Guess is Kilkerran 12. So, moving on, we have orange. Some fruits in here. Not super expressive. Not much on the nose. Yeah, this one has me confused. I'm not picking up much at all. It's rounded. It's a very rounded whiskey. Let's try the palate. Okay. It's got to be Springbank 10. Barley, fruits, vanilla. It's nice. Springbank 10 for me used to be kind of like funky and challenging. I feel like the more time goes on, I've got a bottle I think from just last year, from 2023. So I guess 2 years ago now. Yeah, this is not as challenging as I remember those older bottles being. I'm pretty sure this is Springbank 10 though. Weird how I'm not getting much on the nose at all. Process of elimination, this should be. That's got to be the sherry, yeah. So this one, it is a beautiful whiskey. This is, you know, when I say Springbank 10 isn't as rugged or as challenging as it used to be, coming into something like this, I mean, yeah, it's rugged. Rubber. Yeah, like it's got that funky, not too lactic, maybe a little bit lactic, rubbery note. Very rugged, not a clean whiskey at all. Yeah, lots of intensity. Oh, very rich, old school, dirty, funky sherry here. Yeah, they weren't going for a pretty whiskey with that one. Again, that one, incredibly obvious. Like if there's two that I'm very certain of, it is this one being the sherried one and our first one here, which is what color? Red, being the peated one. Those were always going to be dead giveaways. What confuses me the most is this one, I think, is Springbank 10, and I think this one is Kilkerran 16, but I can't be sure. Both of them rounded, subtle. For me, it's quite clear that this one, which is white, is the Kilkerran 12. Just trying to organize my thoughts here. So let's check our bottles. Green, where's green? Green, Kilkerran 16. All right, nailed it. 8 has got to be the last one. Blue, yes. All right, Peat in Progress is red, of course, yeah, red. 12-year-old is white. And there's no sticker. Oh, fell off on the table. So orange for our Springbank 10, which does match the bottle. And that's got to be this one. Hey, 5 out of 5. I think that's my first time. God, I'm amazing. Okay, so that went pretty well. I absolutely nailed that one. So yeah, good fun. You know what? Let's start doing more of these. Usually, I don't want to do these too often because they tend to humble me and I don't like being humbled. But when I nail it, my ego goes through the roof and I'm just giddy. And I'm not even going to try and be humble here. This tasting was pretty easy. Of course, when we have our heavily peated and we have our heavily sherried in here, that does make it kind of obvious. So really, this was a blind tasting between 3 whiskeys. I thought I'd be more hung up between the Kilkerran 12 and the Kilkerran 16. A lot of the criticism that people send towards the 16 is that it's not different enough from the 12. But as soon as I got those sort of like cereal, barley, almost hay-like notes from the 12, I knew exactly what I was drinking. So that's kind of interesting. Hey guys, Editing Jeff here. I'm in the middle of doing this video, editing this video, and I realized not once do I state the order of preference that I had during the actual tasting. I think I was just surprised that I got something right. I'm not used to being right. I live with my girlfriend, so I completely forgot to talk about what I enjoyed the most to least during the video. Luckily, I do remember, so here we go. Initially, if we factor in the Springbank, I thought the order would be number 1, Kilkerran 16, number 2, Springbank 10, number 3, Kilkerran 12, number 4, Kilkerran Sherry, and number 5, the Heavily Peated. But as it turns out, my favorite from the lot, I did not see this coming, ended up being the Kilkerran 12. I liked how forward and interesting those flavors were. I love the Kilkerran 16, and I think outside of a blind tasting, I would still say I prefer that one, but it was more muted and I wasn't getting enough from it. Maybe the side-by-side had something to do with that there. But number 1, 12-year-old. Number 2, 16-year-old. Number 3 was the Springbank 10. Number 4 was the Sherry. And number 5 was the Heavily Peated. So yeah, this genuinely was quite a bit of fun, and not just because I got everything right. In fact, I think for the viewers, and even for me, it is a little bit more, it's more fun when it's a bigger challenge. I don't feel like this really challenged me, which means moving forward, we'll have to do a few more blind tastings, and hopefully they'll be a little bit more challenging. I'm not afraid to admit this. I did Google myself a few months back, came across a thread on Reddit where people are talking about, YouTubers they like, whiskey tubers they like. And some people said, yeah, okay, G-Whiskey, he's fine, but he doesn't spice up his content enough. He needs different types of videos. And I think they're right. So yeah, more blinds, maybe more variety on the channel coming into 2025, called a New Year's resolution. So we'll see about that. In fact, if you guys have any ideas about what you want to see on the channel that's done a little bit differently than my usual either list or review video, let me know. So maybe you have some ideas for blind tastings, or maybe you want to see some side-by-sides, or maybe you want to see some, I don't know, different types of challenges. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see on the channel that would mix things up a bit. And I suppose that brings us to the end of the video. I think our big takeaway from today should be that I am extremely talented. Am I the best whiskey taster in the universe? I'm not going to say I am, because I'm humble. Is it possible? Sure, anything's possible. If you want to help out, I have Patreon and PayPal linked down there. That's enough space for a patron roll, right? If I move over, yeah, we got plenty of space for the patron roll. All right, so we'll do the patron roll. I hope you left a like. We'll give the patron roll a minute. There's a few of these guys. This guy's really nice. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year, 2025. Should be done. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.